welcome to the Red Room, episode 3. My name is Mirage,
And I'm Scarlet.
and we have a pretty short but also lovely book for you guys called That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon by Kimberly Lemming. It's a 15-chapter romantasy novella with a black female main character and a Southeast Asian male main character who's a dragon. Very nice, very nice. So let's get into it. So we start the book off with Cinnamon Hot Pepper. She is a spice farmer in a village named Wandermere, and she is drunk already. There's like this festival that happens every year for the goddess named Miva or Miva. I don't know how to pronounce it. But every year the goddess chooses a champion to fight the demons for her and protect her temples from the demons. So there's a lot of revelry happening. Cinnamon is drunk off wine, and she goes to talk to her friend Bree, who runs a cheese stand. How original. I love it.
Cinnamon, hot pepper, the spice farmer, and Brie, the cheese stand.
I'm saying, bro.
That's so good.
It's so good. This book is really funny. I had a lot of giggles reading this book. It's great.
It's definitely very easy.
It's a very easy read. Very low stakes, but still a lot of excitement and tension build up. It's good. It's a very well written book, in my opinion. But to continue, after she talks with Bree and gets a bunch of cheese from her to go and goes home, she has to cross the forest to get to her farm. So as she's in the forest, she gets robbed by one of the village boys, and she chases him deeper into the forest, and that's where she meets the male main character. His name is Fallon. He is a demon. She finds him trapped under a felled tree, and she saves him, but because of something possessing him to be violent, who knows? He attacks Cinnamon and chases her through the forest until he tackles her. She grabs a branch of cinnamon, smacks him in the face with it, and all of a sudden, he's not feral and murderous anymore. And she managed to escape. Next day, she wakes up hungover as hell. She tells her family that she got chased by a demon, and they kind of rip her for it. Her family, big, they like to tease her. Each other. It's really funny. That whole scene was very cute and wholesome. I think she has 3 brothers.
Yeah.
3 brothers and a sister who has passed. Her mother was an adventurer, and I think her father was too. He taught her how to shoot a bow and arrow. So there's that. As they're having breakfast, that demon from before, Fallon, decides to show up at her house. Walks in. Everybody's up in arm, ready to fight the guy. The guy's like, no, I need that girl to help me destroy Miva's temples. Why? Apparently, Miva is a necromancer. She's not a goddess. She is a witch.
A scammer and a liar.
That's what I'm saying. She is a witch who basically severed pieces of her soul and put them into phylacteries and scattered them about this continent. Basically extending her power in this continent, tricking the people of this land that she is a god needing protection from demons just so the demons won't get her. She's using human shields to keep the demons at bay. Mind you, she's trapped demons in this wintry mountainous tundra called the Volsog Gate, and she trapped them there, and they're living miserably in the cold. Anyways,
It was very short and very crazy thing to just casually mention.
Yeah. Anyways, Fallon's like, if you don't help me destroy this this witch's phylactery, I'm gonna kill your family. Okay. Cinnamon's like, you're pulling my leg. I might as well go. So they get ready to go. Before they even leave the village, the village boy from before, his big brother, decides to confront her. They get into it. Girl's a spitfire. She does not let up. She's rage baiting this man until he smacks her. And then Fallon jumps in, breaks this man's arm.
That was gnarly.
Girl.
He basically pulled that man's arm apart.
Literally, he was about to pull that man's arm out of his fucking socket and, like, beat him with it. Cinnamon had to be like, you can't kill him. That's not how we do it here. And he's like, why not? He hit you. And I'm like, right, why not? So he lets the guy live and they leave. They have like this whole like cultural like discussion about you can't kill people over over small things, because Cinnamon is downplaying getting hit in the face by this guy. She shouldn't be. And Fallon had the proper reaction. But I guess sometimes you don't have to kill people to make a point. She says that her brothers usually go and beats them up anyways. So there's that. After they leave the village and embark on this adventure, Fallon starts to flirt with her like crazy. Like off the bat, he's flirting with her, teasing her, telling her fake ghost stories so she can like sleep next, like cuddle up with him for protection. This guy is a fucking like, he acts like a sleaze, but it's really cute. He's like, he was into her from the jump. You can tell. Mm-hmm. So he just basically like does all these things to get her to be closer to him, finds reasons to like touch her and stuff. It's very cute. There's this one scene where they are deep in the forest, like a swamp area, and Cinnamon is hungry. She's looking for crawdads. Fallon doesn't know what the hell's going on. Like, why are you getting crustaceans? Aren't those like gross? She's like, no, if you cook them right. She
said seafood boil time.
Seafood boil time. She literally made Fallon a seafood boil. It was so fucking funny. She brought over a big ass cart of spices in hopes to sell when they reached the city. And they fought over that. He was like, why do you need that much? Why do you need that many stuff? She's like, I need it. Don't ask questions. Those spices came in clutch because she made a spectacular seafood boil. That man devoured it. Okay? He ain't never had a seafood boil. He acted like he ain't never had food in his life. They have that cute little moment, and you know, when it comes to fantasy, you can't have good moments without those crazy ass scary ones. So he basically tells her ghost story to get her to sleep close to him so he can like touch her. Not like touch her, but like cuddle her because he wants to touch her. When they wake up, she gets called deeper into the swamp by some like voice.
This one pissed me off.
I just felt terrible for her. She's like, ugh. But anyways, context. Her sister died in this very swamp, by a demon that lived in the water of the bog. So she hears her sister's voice and is like distraught and goes into the water to get her sister, who literally is just standing there like a fucking ghost.
Mind you, she died years ago.
Okay.
And you think your sister is still alive just sitting in water? I texted Tony about that. I was like, I couldn't. I really couldn't.
But at the same time, Cinnamon has never been on an adventure. She's just a human girl that got thrown into this because she decided to save some random man that was trapped by a tree. So she got catapulted into this life.
And she did not, like, when they were calling out, figuring out who would be the adventurer for the goddess, she was like, I need this to not be me. Please, please, please. I do not want this to be me. And then this guy just starts swooping in and he's like, let's go.
Literally. So she wasn't Maiva's champion, but she ended up becoming an adventurer anyways, which is really funny. But she she survives pretty well, I feel like, except for that one moment where she almost got eaten by that demon in the swamp because she thought her sister was in that same swamp. Fallon had to be like, man, look behind her.
Yeah, and it was like that. It's like this dog that uses magic to lure people. Like, it makes you see things that you want to see in order to come and kill you.
We have a little moment where Fallon fights the demon and he saves her. And then I think this is where he confesses his love to her just randomly. Like
hasn't even been like 2 days. Hasn't even been a week.
And he's like, you, by the end of this adventure, you are going to be my wife. And she's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Ain't no goddamn way I'm gonna be your wife. And he's like, you want to bet? And they make a bet. He has to get 1,000 points by the end of this adventure, and she'll agree to be his mate. The way dragons mate in this book is that he bites her neck, imbue her with his magic, and then she gets horny, hella horny. She's in heat, and they fuck for like weeks, apparently. This doesn't happen yet. But he's like,
yet.
That's what's gonna happen if you agree to marry me. So he amps up the flirting and teasing by like tenfold after they make this bet. They've reached the city, and it's a doozy. This city is hella advanced, more advanced than Cinnamon's village, and these demons here, they are held as slaves. So
that was crazy.
Yeah.
You just immediately walk in the city and they're like, yeah, slavery is crazy over here. And like the demons have to have a collar with the owner's name like engraved in that collar just in case the demon goes off and like pulls some like stuff. And then they know who that demon belongs to then punish that person. And he does not want that. He said, hell no.
Basically, demon slaves. Not even pets. They're used for a lot of stuff. Yeah. Like there was
and they're also abused and
hella abused, yeah. And they are being controlled by that witch's magic. Her phylactery is in that city in a temple. There are like priests and priestesses walking about that temple like guarding it. It's terrible. So Fallon's pissed. He's fucking mad. I get it. He doesn't want to wear a collar and be, like, trapped under Maiva's control again. But they kind of have to, like, do... Cinnamon convinces him that, like, just wear it and we'll take it off when we get inside. Like, we'll figure it out once we, like, get settled and shit. He just wants to burn the city down. I understand. I would, too. So basically, after they arrive in the city and they're looking for lodging, they meet these two innkeepers that are having a loud argument about whose business is better, and basically like roasting each other's businesses, trying to convince Cinnamon and Fallon to like go to either one. Cinnamon and Fallon decide to go to Usha's inn and tavern. Red hair, nice lady, and basically Usha offers to give Cinnamon a collar for Fallon. They have like this little moment where Fallon is like, I don't want to do that shit. Cinnamon's like, dude, we just gotta blend in a little bit until we can get to that phylactery, blah blah blah. And then somewhere along the line, I can't remember much, but somewhere along the lines, Usha,
she's on the other side of the door,
and
she's listening intently.
Yeah, Usha is eavesdropping on their conversation. She walks in and asks, "Hey, don't kill me, man. I'll let you do whatever you want. Just don't kill me." But Cinnamon and her have a lovely little conversation about why slavery is wrong. And Usha's like, "Well, I never thought of it that way. That sucks. I want to help."
She's like, demons are actually kind of cool, and it's not their fault. They're just being controlled. And she's like, oh, really? Okay, I'll help.
Yeah. So Usha immediately is on board. This is what I mean by low stakes. They get a lot of help along the way, make a lot of new friends without much like struggle, and shit just happens for them. Even when shit does go wrong, it just happens just works out for them. It's a good happy ever after type moment. So Usha helps them. So they devise a plan where Usha uses the spice card to distract the people. Usha also has a hyena that is basically is a mascot of her inn and is a fan favorite that likes to do tricks and shit. So she uses her hyena to put on a show while also trying to sell spices off Cinnamon's spice cart. Cinnamon, her task is to basically grab one of the fake chalices off the merchants' carts, because this city has a fuck ton of replicas of that chalice in that temple, and they're perfect replicas, so they can replace it.
Which is the craziest setup.
It is!
Like, they put that thing in a little bow.
Yeah. So, she switches out the chalices. Immediately, shit goes south. And I have to say, I did skip over the first chalice. This is the second chalice. This is the second phylactery, by the way. The first phylactery, they go into a cave. She destroys the chalice, and Fallon basically just backs her up while she breaks the cup. And then they go into the city. So Maiva notices immediately that her cup's gone, and basically raises an army of the dead to get the cup back. She's attacking Cinnamon. Fallon turns into a dragon and starts leveling the city. Just destroys everything because he's pissed that they're slaves. Cinnamon is running around the city freeing every demon she can. She frees a werewolf, a snake shifter, and they also free a bunch of orcs. They also freed a centaur. There's a lot of like demons that have been freed. Usha is also on the front lines freeing them too. They manage to get a ship, and they start packing that ship after the city's been leveled, after the cup's been destroyed and Miva's been thwarted. They get a ship, they start packing the ship, but you know where Cinnamon and Fallon went? They didn't go on the ship. They went to some like stadium dorm room to mind you, Fallon just wanted to eat her out, show her what life could be with him, and that's it. They have a little oral moment where he just eats her out, and then she passes out after she comes. She's woken up.
She's so real for that.
She is.
She's very real for that.
Yeah. Yeah. She wakes up the next morning. Felix grabs her from the house because Fallon had to go help. Felix, the werewolf that was freed, comes, picks her up, take her to the ship, and they're off to go find the third phylactery. Now, whatever happened on that boat, I can't remember. All I know is that there was a silver dragon, kind of the same shape as Fallon, swooped down, attacked the damn ship. Fallon's up there as a dragon, trying to protect the ship. Also, Cinnamon's horses have wings now. So she's flying. She's on a fucking Pegasus, shooting arrows at the silver dragon. Come to find out, Miva's remnant power was possessing that silver dragon. Fallon was also caught in that. So they're both possessed by her magic, just going at each other in the sky, while Miss Cinnamon's on her little Pegasus named Smash, volleying arrows off the bitch. Like, it is crazy. They managed to get them both off of Miva's control, and they're both human again and passed out because turning into a dragon really drains them. So they're no longer possessed, they're no longer dragons, and they've been sleeping for like a day and a half now. Before the dragon attack, Fallon decides to give Cinnamon his mating mark. They don't do anything after that. That was his little revenge for making her wait. He gives her his mating mark, and then that commotion happens and he has to go fight a dragon. So she starts off crazy feral, but also the adrenaline of the fight is like happening, and she just doesn't think about sex anymore. But after all the commotion dies down, she's rested, she's eaten. They find an island to dock at. Fallon wakes up. He wakes her up. He takes her to this beautiful waterfall in the island and is like, I can finally do what I need to do.
He took her to the penthouse and he freaked it.
He took her to his penthouse and he freaked it. Okay? And when I tell you, he made that girl scream. Okay? He put her in all sorts of positions, had his mouth in all sorts of places. And he did it behind a waterfall so it could mask her screams. The crew is on the island too. He's just trying to have a little moment with his wife. You know what I mean? They're on a honeymoon. They have their little sexy moment. They try to go back to see what everybody else is doing, but then Fallon gets horny again and tries to like go crazy one more time. But they get caught by Usha. It's a really funny moment where she's like, "Oop, my bad," turns around, tells everybody, "Yeah, they're getting it on. We got to come back later." Just embarrassing them both. It's wonderful. There's a moment where Fallon gets jealous because somebody called Cinnamon Sweets, and he's like having a little like, "Why do he call you Sweets? What the f-?" But it's very like, I will kill that man if he tries to give you another pet name. That's I love this dragon so much. They go to another kingdom where the phylactery is located, and these people are not like pretty. They're not like cool. Fallon's not cool with them at all. He doesn't like any human except for like Cinnamon, which is fair. They find the cup, they destroy the cup, and Miva, before they destroy the cup, Miva finally has a human form, and they have like an argument where Miva's like, "You fucking ruined my life. You should have just let me be and mind your business." And Cinnamon's like, "What you did was fucking wrong. So no." Like, of course I wasn't gonna let that shit go. That's fucked up. Like, and yeah, they finally destroyed the cup. Miva turned into a puddle of black goo, and she's destroyed. And they all live happily ever after. It's very, like I said, this book was very short. I rated it 4 stars because the writing for romantasy is a bit modern, and it threw me off a little bit, but I didn't hate it.
Yeah, it was the slang use and just a very casual way of talking really confused me.
Yeah. The language in the book kind of, like, a lot of, like, Gen Z terms. Yeah. A lot of, like...
I was like, what?
Yeah, a lot of, like, modern slang. It kind of took me out of it, but at the same time, I still had fun. So it wasn't much of an issue for me. And that's really only why I docked a point off of it, because of the loss of, like, what? Immersion, because of the modern language. It doesn't really matter to me.
I get that it's supposed to be short, but there wasn't really any pushback. They had like one thing happen and then another thing happened, and then I was like, oh, they just kind of like easily get through it. They just kind of like start their adventure, and then it's like a hop, skip, and a jump away, and then they're done, and then that's it.
Yeah.
And, like, it makes sense for how short it is, but I guess it's kind of, like, if we're speaking about it through, like, a very cute, simple book to kind of read, like, in between big reads, I really liked it. It was really good, and it was a lot of fun. But as, like, a solo book, it was just kind of, like, there was really nothing to it. Yeah. It was just kind of, like, it was... Like, the meat had bones. No fat, though. No fat, little bit of skin. And then you got the rice on the side. And you're like, this is pretty good. Maybe a little bit of vegetable. Wasn't that bad.
Yeah. If I were to describe it as, like, a meal, it'd be like a basic-ass casserole. Like... It's like, and it would be like, what, a green bean casserole? Yeah. I like green bean casserole, but that's like the basic ass side dish of Thanksgiving. It's good.
It's a box brownie.
It's a box brownie.
Maybe you add a little bit of marshmallows in it.
Right.
And you're like, oh.
Yeah. It's an omelet with no parsley. I don't know. It's good. Like I said, it's good, but it's low stakes. there is definitely a happily ever after, and things just come easy for her, which I enjoy in books. But it was too easy. I needed it to be a little hard. But it's Kimberly Lemming, and the way she writes her books, especially in the Mead Mishap series, is basically low stakes happily ever after. It's fun. It's quirky. It's sexy. Like, we love her.
And the only kind of because usually when you have that romance, you have like either miscommunication or whatever, like something that kind of tears them apart. It was really only the fact that she just wanted to like have a nice little life and like a little cottage, and she's like, no, but like you're this like crazy dragon and you want to go on adventures, and I just want to like chill at home, and like that's the whole like thing that kind of like separates them for a little bit.
Yeah.
Is just she just wants to chill.
She just wants to chill. But then throughout the whole adventure, she's like, this ain't half bad.
Yeah.
Like, which I get. You get all that excitement. It's exhilarating. You're with a guy that you are hella attracted to and now in love with after like, what, a week? He bites you in the neck and now you're in love. Like,
he was in love with her like a day in.
No, first day. First day. He was in it. So yeah, that is That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon by Kimberly Lemming. This is the first book of her Mead Mishap series. Now we move on to the interview portion.
Yippee!
With our special guest. And this person is honestly so powerful, inspirational. We call her Goddess for a reason. One of our closest friends, and basically a trailblazer, innovator, coolest bitch on the planet. Goddess, you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, everybody. I am Lady Goddessey, also known as Goddess, which I prefer to be called. I am a script writer, not safe for work script writer. I am a project manager, organizer, producer, owner of the Realm of Erotic Audio, and the owner of Celestial Media Productions.
Hell yeah. This woman, she's a businesswoman, y'all. I'll tell you right now. She's got so much stuff in store. Y'all not even ready. But I digress. We will start with the questions. First one being, you are known as a project manager because you put together so many like amazing collabs, big ones, like not over 50, but like over 20, 30 people involved most times. I'm pretty sure it could have been 50. I don't know. But first question first question is, if you're comfortable, can you give us the process on how you put together one of your big collabs?
Absolutely. And just to correct you there, Tony, I think my largest project has been over 80 creators.
Oh
Ma'am!
Yeah.
Damn.
And that's it's 80 creators on one project.
That's crazy.
Impressive.
Yeah. Well, usually whenever I have an idea, like even just idea floating around in my mind, I immediately go to my group chat and I'm like, so how about this idea? Um, and they tell me you have too much on your plate. Goddess, no. And I'm just like, yeah, but you can't stop me.
Literally.
So I go type everything up, everything that you can think, because I know how big my projects usually are. So anything that I can think of, questions that people that may ask, I put it in the documents. I put the premise of the things, everything that the script writers need to know, everything that the voice actors need to know, everything that the writers need to, I'm sorry, the artists, the editors. I put deadlines and then disclaimers. So I just basically ask myself these questions like, okay, what kind of, like, how long do you want the scripts? Okay, scripts can be from 200 to 2,500 words. Um, how many scripts can they choose? One, usually it's one to start, and then, as the project goes on, they can choose more than one. So I just put all the base bullet points there, and I um, then I figure out a deadline. If the project is like holiday based and I need it to be out on a certain date for a holiday, then I know that I have to launch the casting call at least 3 months in advance. That way I can give a month for writing, a month for recording, and a month for editing to make sure everybody has enough time to get their stuff done because we're all busy and we're all doing a million other things. Um, and then I, put the deadlines in, and then I launch it on said date. And I think I have like a week to get all the castings in. Casting is closed. Oh, right. Before I even put out the casting call, I make a Discord server. Um, Anybody that knows me knows that I love my Discord server. So I make a Discord server for every project that I have because it helps me keep everything organized and helps everybody else keep everything organized as well. I usually grab the writers first to make sure that we have enough scripts to go around because what you don't want is to have too many VAs and not enough scripts. So the script writers first. If the script writers if they are in the middle of the project script and they like want a certain VA, then I'll go and fetch that VA. So then the writer and the VA can work on a script together to make sure everything is coherent, that everybody's comfortable with being written, all that kind of stuff. Usually, I'll have some editors on board, depending on what time it is, what time of the year it is. Usually, it's harder for me to get editors on the Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas collabs because everybody's busy. Everybody, just off with family doing stuff.
Right.
And then I'll get artists on. Um, so yeah, there's like a formula that I do every time that helps me understand and keep everything focused, everything in order so that I can continue, doing everything that I need to do. Usually when you join one of my projects, if you join as a writer, all you have to do is write. If you join as a VA, all you have to do is record and possibly edit. If you can't edit, normally I have editors on board. So I want to make it so it's easier for everybody else. When they join, all they know is they have to do one or two jobs, and everything you leave up to me, and I handle it. Try to make it as easy as possible for everyone.
Right. And as a writer on some of her collabs, I can attest to this. She does make it very easy for the creators. It's like even the artists. She makes it so easy. All I have to do is write my thing. All the VA that I'm working with has to do is record it, and if they have to edit it, they edit it themselves, or she has an editor in house. It's literally so organized in there. I don't know what the hell's going on. I just know what's on the document and what I need to do.
That's all I want anybody to worry about when they join my. You're a writer. All you need to do is write, and I'll handle the rest.
Right.
So you're in and you're out. Mostly, I'll ask them like, you can come up with your own graphic to do your own promo. But I feel like that's, if you're doing your regular content, for yourself, that's what you're doing anyway. So it's not like, I'll be asking them to do something that they're not used to doing already. So yeah, I try to keep everything, to quick and to the point. No running around, no extra nothing.
Speaking about that, you always have something that you're doing. How do you find the time to set the projects up and get them out on time?
Well, oh, I usually tell everybody that I let the smut guide me. I let the smut guide me. I think I honestly don't know. I make the time, honestly. I when I come up with a premise for a collab, I am ecstatic to see the outcome of it. So, and nothing's gonna take me off the track of seeing the outcome. So, if I know I have to do certain things and I have to do them on a certain time limit, then that's what I have to do. And as far as me keeping everything on track and keeping, people to the deadlines and things, um, I am usually very lenient when it comes to deadlines, especially if it's just like a regular collab I'm putting out. There's not really no deadlines, but if it's a collab that has like a holiday date and it needs to be out, I'm like, look, I can only allow certain um a certain extension period, I always try to leave just a little bit of wiggle room in case, because you know Murphy's Law, anything that can go wrong will go wrong. And I like to be sort of prepared for everything. So if a creator is not able to get the thing done on time, unfortunately, it will have to be scrapped because it wouldn't be fair to the other people on the project who were on time, who were doing what they were supposed to do, for the collab to get pushed back or whatever. And that is something that I've also put in my disclaimers when I do my casting calls, is that by you agreeing to be on this project, by you entering the server, you agree to all these rules and terms and all of these things. And once again, things happen, real life happens, some things that you can't count on. And I understand that. And, as a creator, we just have to be like, okay, this happened. I'm not going to be able to meet this deadline. I'm going to step back, or I'm going to step off, or, you can, and it's really no hard feelings. Things happen and that's totally fine. But, me finding the time to do it, I make the time, honestly. If that means that I have to sit up here till about 5 o'clock, making sure everything is right or everything is set, and I gotta, find the audios and find the promos and the links, everything that I need, I will do it. I will do it.
You know what's crazy? Her friends, including me, have been trying to get this girl to have a regular, proper sleeping schedule for the longest time. You know how stubborn she is?
She stays up late.
But she provides collabs from staying up that late. That sleep deprivation just be creating goodness. I like...
The feedback we get on the collabs lets me know that my sleep deprivation was worth it.
But you need to sleep, and I will say that live.
Yeah, I will say the insomnia is taking place most of the time. Like, I'm gonna be up anyway. I might as well be productive while I am.
Yeah, real. Real. All right. With that, I will get to the third question. To my knowledge, I don't know any other subreddit in this community that is owned by a Black person other than you and myself. I'm pretty sure there are others. I just haven't looked for them. And I'm pretty sure that's probably going to tell me right now. But as a Black creator and subreddit owner for how long? 3 years? I put 3 years, but I'm pretty sure it's longer than that.
I've been a creator since October of 2023, and I've only been the owner of Treya. Actually, April of next year will be 2 years.
Okay, so 2 years. So you've been an active contributing member of this community for almost 3 years now. How do you feel the energy has been around you since taking such big steps?
I will say honest. It's been, yeah, I will say it's been a wild ride. Child.
Yeah.
A lot of things have changed. For me as a creator, firstly on the creator side of things, a lot more people know me. I'm one of those creators that I don't. I just do my smut and I leave. So when people tell me that they know me or they see my name around, I'm still like, no way. I'm not as well known, but it's been an eye opener to some of the more not so good sides of this community. I'm subject to a lot more criticism than I was before because I'm more out open in the public now. A lot of the criticism has been, how can I say? A lot of the criticism has been about my race. Yeah, it's been a lot because of the color of my skin. And at first, I tried to write it off like, people are just mad, but after taking the rose-colored glasses off, if you will, it's hard to unsee it.
Yeah.
Some of the things that I've been subject to. I mean, I've been treated every which way you can imagine. When addressing, issues in the community and things, I've been like subject to, I'm not allowed to get angry about certain things. I'm not allowed to get angry at all because I am the owner of a subreddit and I need to act a certain way, as if I'm not human. I've been told, that I'm getting angry or arguing when I'm just trying to have a conversation. And the topic may be a very sensitive topic and one may be passionate about certain things, but angry or mad is not what I would
Yeah.
classify it as.
Yeah.
Um, I haven't experienced outright racism, but I have experienced things like fetishization, the microaggressions, hate, jealousy, you name it. I've probably been through it at some point in my career here in the community, because there's people from all walks of life, and when you can be anonymous online, people take advantage of that and they forget that there's a real person sitting behind all of these devices. So yeah, I've been subject to a lot of things that I wouldn't put on my worst enemy. So yeah, it's been a wild ride, and I say that because I've been out the bad side of things, and I've also seen the good side because I do have a wide support system here that shows up and out for me when I need them to, whether it's them doing it publicly or in private. I honestly, if it weren't for those people, I honestly don't know if I could have done this for as long as I did. Because there were times where I wanted to give up and I wanted to just, I've always told myself, like, I can, close the laptop, turn off the Wi-Fi, I don't have to subject myself to any of this anymore. But because I know that there are people that need this space, and I've met people in this space that are worth fighting for, and I don't want to give up on them because it's not just about me. It's never been just about me. It's always been about community, and it's the reason why Treya was started, for actual community, actual, support systems. When you don't have anywhere else to go, when you need information, you need somebody to like reach out and lean on or talk to or whatever. That is what I've been trying to create with Treya. So if I give all of this up, I'm not just giving up on me, I'm giving up on a lot of people. And that doesn't sit right with me in my spirit. So me having that support system there to keep this going is very important to me. So honestly, you guys have been very supportive, and Treya is still standing because of it.
I'm gonna say this as your friend. I will literally burn the fucking world down for you, bitch. Like,
Love you, babe.
I always stand 10 toes down for you, but I've, like what she said, I've seen and heard firsthand. It's literally insane how much criticism and scrutiny she gets, and she does nothing but be like good at what she does. Okay, not to glaze, but Goddess is good at what she does, and people are fucking jealous. Guys, let's wake that up.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly, I've been told these things as well because there was a point where one of my moms like sit me down and was and had to like really like get into my head and be like, Goddess, you do know that people see you, people are watching you, and they will use you. And I'm just like, I could not fathom wrapping my head around the fact that I was like, well, what, use me for what? Like, what the do I have to offer them? I don't understand. And they were like, well, you know a lot of the VAs, you know a lot of the script writers, you have a lot of connections that they can benefit from if they were to get close to you. And I was just like, I'm still not understanding because that's why I created Treya. Hello? Like, that's why the server is here, so you can make your own connections. You can get to know people. You can do that for yourself. I'm still confused, and they had to like, tell me like this is, they don't want to do it for themselves. They want you to do it. They want to do the bare minimum. I was like, okay, well, that's not gonna happen because I don't have the time. And I don't. The thing is, I never mind helping. Right? I've told people, certain people do have permission to DM me whenever they need me, and more than likely, I'm probably gonna be up even if it's 6 o'clock in the morning because sleep schedule, right? So certain people do have that ability to personally DM me whenever they do need something, and I'm always telling you about something, ask me, and if it's within my limits or within my capabilities, I will do it. I have no issues with that. I don't mind bridging the gap between a creator and another creator. I don't mind doing that. Hey, this is so and so, they want to work with you. Bam, connection done. I've never been the type to like hoard any of that. I've always been open and try to bring new people in, try to bring new people on the collab so we all can shine. So I never understood why people would treat me like that if I'm already doing that and all you have to do is ask. That's all I'm saying. Just ask me.
And you know what? I still don't understand that to this day.
You don't understand what?
I don't get it. Like, using people and not wanting to make connections on your own.
It's laziness.
It's weird.
It's laziness.
It's so weird.
It's sheer laziness.
Okay, remember how you mentioned that 80-person collab?
Yes.
What is the most challenging collab you've ever organized, and what did you learn from that experience? Because 80 people seems hard to manage.
Yeah.
Ooh, baby. Well, the 80-person collab was not the one that gave me the hardest, believe it or not. It wasn't. That wasn't the one that gave me the hardest time. I will say that my hardest collab, or the most frustrating one, was the Nightmare Carnival.
I was on that one. I know all about that one.
Yeah. Tony, you know why.
Yep.
And that's just the one to date, because I have so many more stuff planned. I'm all booked up for 2026. So
damn.
That one did give me a hard time, and it's mostly because as much as information as I try to put in the documents when I do these collabs, the bottom line is that a lot of people a lot of the time see a lot of text and they don't want to read it, which I get and I totally understand. But when that document contains very useful and information that you are going to need, don't get me wrong, you don't have to read all of it in one go. You can sit it down, go take a shit, come back to it. I'm just saying, you don't have to read it all in one sitting, but when you ask me questions that have already been answered, because if I do an 80-person collab and I have to answer this question time and time and time and time again to like 80 different people, that's a bit much. Yeah. So instead of that, I do documents where people can have a reference to. So that collab was very frustrating on the simple fact that I had to keep repeating myself, even though there was information in the documents and people didn't read, and I just had to refer everyone back to the document that had already been typed. So yeah, other than that, we had a good time. Cheap plug, go check out the Nightmare Carnival.
You even had people as assistants to help clarify some stuff too. I was an assistant, yes, bro.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had assistants on the bigger collabs. I'm learning how to delegate more of the workload to lighten it on me. So on any one of my collabs, you'll see that I have assistants. Like if I'm busy, if I'm sleeping and somebody asks a question or somebody needs something or to ping somebody, they can ping the assistants to help. So Tony was one of my assistants on the Nightmare Carnival and had to basically reiterate what I said, what was already in the doc. Well, I think I put it in the document and I made an announcement about it. And then somebody went and did it again. And I was like, hey, just so we don't have to go through this again. Please don't do this. And I think a lot of the time people think that I'm being like a bitch, and I hope that's not how I'm coming off. But like I said, when you have so many moving parts, so many creators, there's only a certain amount of times that I can repeat myself, especially when I've already put it in the disclaimers in the server, disclaimers in the documents. You know what I mean? And it's just, I have things set up a certain way because, remember what I said before, I like to lighten the workload for others on the collab means that I'm putting more workload on myself, but it's my collab. I'm a producer. That's my job. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not going to bitch and moan. I'm going to do it. The bottom line is that I have things set up so I can remember to do things, and I know what needs to be done next. I know what phase of the project we're on. I'm making sure that people are doing the things that they need to do. So everything is set up in a way that I can make this project go faster and smoothly for everybody else. Not that I want to be a Not that I want to be, controlling or, hover over you, micromanage. No, it's just that my brain works in a certain way, and if it doesn't, things get messed up.
I had a taste of what you like, the behind the scenes stuff of this as an assistant, and it kind of just cemented the fact that there's no way in hell that I could do this on my own, even with help. This is too much. I would cuss somebody out immediately. You are so patient. Literally.
Yeah. I mean, I'm patient, uh, public facing.
Oh yeah.
I obviously behind the scenes, you guys have seen me tear my. So,
That's true. Yeah.
but that's basically what the assistance is for me to listen to me like rant and rave possibly about somebody not following the rules or somebody not reading something, or I gotta go over things and stuff like that. But that's important to have on these collabs, because if I can get that frustration out, I am then able to say, okay, well, Wusa, I'm calm now. Let's get back to it. It's important to have that outlet to vent, honestly.
Yeah. If you could change one thing about the audio space, what would it be and why?
This one's gonna sound a bit biased.
Girl.
Is it biased or unbiased? Biased? I think it's biased. I would change the fact that script writers, artists, editors, sound producers don't get a lot of love.
Oh, ain't
That's
that
not
the
biased.
truth?
And yeah, this is very biased because I've started as a script writer. And me, I'm only speaking for myself as a script writer. If other people agree with me, then, but me personally, I've had, I'm a person who gets my flowers, if you will, my praise second-handedly. And when I say that, I mean, everybody's been on an audio or somebody's page where they go, "Oh my God, I love this audio," or "I love the way you said this and that," and the script. I'm like sitting there like, "Well, I wrote that. That's," So me, I'm like, okay, well, I know that they wouldn't like this thing if I didn't write this thing. Certain creators are good for like redirecting the praise to the script writers. Shout out Southie. So sometimes I honestly think that if more of the VAs did that, I think we can sort of get like the general community to be like, oh, we, start get the loving on the script writers, get the loving on the audio editors, the sound designers, and the artists and all that, because they're still a part of the community. A lot of VAs do a lot of script fills. Some of them just do script fills. Without the scripts, you wouldn't have certain creators. And I'm not talking about the ones who do OC so they can write for themselves. The artists, they bring you the visual version of what you're hearing. Sound designers, they make it immersive. They make it so it's a good audio. And I'm not saying that we don't need to look up. I'm just saying I think that praise needs to be evenly distributed, because any kind of audio is a collab if you think about it, unless the VA themselves are doing literally everything.
A script fill is
But
technically a collab.
exactly. And 9 times out of 10, your favorite VA is using effects from somebody else, from an open source pack, or, from other places. So even then again, if they're doing all this stuff, I just say, just think about that the next time that you listen to an audio that has a script fill. You can, and I promise you now, no scriptwriter will ever be mad at you for tagging them and telling them how great you think their script is. That's what they want. If you love their stuff, tell them, give them a follow, tip them every now and again. Just say that you love their work. Let them know that they are a part of this community. Let them know that you love their work, you love them being in this community, that their work means something, because too many times I see a lot of creators who have imposter syndrome or who are doubting their work. And I think that a lot of the time, a little bit of, "Hey, I like your script that you just did," um, goes a long way. Just a thank you goes a long way. So that's what I would change.
Yeah, I honestly agree. Me and a bunch of other writers and editors and artists have been very, very vocal and loud about support in this space, because, VAs are the front facing people of this community, because they're the ones making it happen. But the crew is the most important part. Like you can improv, you can only improv for so long until you start running out of ideas. Okay, running out of things to say. That's where the writers come in. Yeah.
Absolutely. I think that's something that needs just a bit of tweaking, you know. Just a little bit more love for your script writers, for your editors, your artists, all of them. I think that's about it. I'm pretty sure I can think of some more things, but for the people listening in, that's it.
Yeah. All right, next question. Who is someone you would like to work with in the future?
Ooh, oh God. Oh God.
Which British man is it?
Which
See, the thing is, he's not British.
Oh,
Shocker.
somebody.
I know, shocker.
Nah.
Oh my God. You guys really gonna make me say the name?
You're live
Yeah.
on TV.
Fuck. Was that a Sunny question?
Yeah.
That was I fucking knew it. I fucking knew it. Okay, Sunny. For you, babe. If you don't know, Sunsets Blossoms is my best friend and she likes to with me.
She provided us 10 questions.
Oh, okay. So he went by another name. He goes by another name. Like now, he did a rebranding. He was formerly known as Whisper Boy,
Whoa!
but he goes by Orpheus now.
Whoa! I know who that is.
Was
That guy's good. That guy's good.
he is, and he's been slipping through my goddamn fingers.
Oh my God, he's been elusive to the Goddessey? Rude. I'm kidding.
Yeah, he's extremely busy, but I tell you what, your girl is persistent, okay? Your girl is persistent. Also, I just want to let everybody know that Sunny is trying to figure out somebody's name that I will not give her. She's been trying for months now, and she thought that this question was gonna make me say the name.
That's
Fuck off, Sunny.
That's too funny. Okay.
Yeah, I love you, bestie. Mwah. But you gotta try another time, babe. She yeah, Sunny likes to fuck with me. So he's one that I want to work with. Another one that I've been wanting to work with is shit. His name is Useless Timidity.
Whoa! I've worked with him. He's great. He's great.
Yeah.
He's great. I love him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's another one. I haven't actually asked him on a collab yet, so I can't say he slipped through my fingers. But I do plan on it.
I can't wait for that to happen. Whatever you write for him, I know it's gonna be fire. Okay? That man's voice is chef's kiss.
It's amazing. There was a point in time that I couldn't tell what his real accent was because I've heard American, British, and then Australian, and I was like, yeah, no, he is.
Okay.
I confirmed that, but at first I was like, wait a minute. I've heard 3 different accents from him, and he's so good at it that I couldn't tell which one actually is.
True. That
Southern
accent is deadly. Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
What about tags? What tags do you want to use but you haven't?
I don't know, Batty. I'm a tag hoarder. There ain't too many tags I haven't used. Them 300 character limits that Reddit give you ain't got shit on me.
Yeah.
I don't. Oof.
I mean, you just recently went to the dark side with the Nightmare Carnival and decided to explore
Betty.
some new stuff. What's something you still haven't tried over on that dark side yet?
Girl.
Oh, she's thinking hard.
I am because I'm like, what tag haven't I used before? I can't think of one, honestly.
I mean, that's fair. You just, with the Nightmare Carnival, that was like your first taste. Like you were dipping your toes a little bit more into it. So it'll probably come to you. Oh.
Yeah, I was dipping my toes a little bit earlier than the Nightmare Carnival. And honestly, that came off the back of like a conversation we was having. I think I had written my first R word script. I,
Mm.
I get I get my inspiration for scripts by the things that's going on around me. So if I see like a conversation happening, like a fucking light bulb will go off in my head. I'm like, oh, I gotta write that down. I gotta write that
Tony
down.
Yeah.
does that too.
Me too.
Yeah.
Or like in the club, this guy's whipping this girl. Tony's like, hold on. Pulls out the phone,
My
starts
notes have,
typing.
I'm typing away at watching this man spank this girl at the whipping post at the club because I have ideas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you gotta write them down before you forget. Anywhere you at. Oh yeah, pegging is a good one. I'm not too good with M sub. I want to try more M sub. Um.
Ooh.
Oh, actually, I wanted to try. I've always wanted to write um a femboy speaker script. I
Oh.
love femboys. Like I think they're
See,
so goddamn like they're so sexy, right? And
I think
there's
I'd pass
like
away.
I
I don't
like
think I'd survive that.
I want to write one of those. And anybody who knows me knows that I'm usually a M for F or MM for F creator. I I I do have a F for M script that's already finished. I'm just sitting on it because I'm fucking terrified to release it. Um but yeah, one of the scripts that I wanted to do was like a femboy but still a daddy, you know? Because you know me, my content is DDLG, pet play, all that kind of stuff. So, speaker, like real manly man, still wearing a dress, but still in daddy mode. You know what I mean? Like, you thought this dress was going to stop me, like, kind of thing.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
Somebody tag me when that
Yeah,
goes on.
so.
Yeah.
Absolutely, Betty. So, yeah, I wanted to start using Scent Kink tag more because I
Ooh.
think I think that doesn't get a lot of love. So
I love the scent king tag. It's so good. I also need to write more of that. It's so good. I get it now. The gays were on to something with that one. Okay.
So, speaking about audios, as we do, you're listening to an audio. Something happens, and you're like, ugh, I don't really want to listen to this. What would that thing be?
What would be something that makes me not want to listen to an audio?
Yeah. What would turn you off from an audio?
Ooh, can it be something about the audio itself or about the story? It doesn't matter.
Anything. Literally anything. It could be stupid.
Okay, so something that has happened like real recently, is audio quality. And this is, like I said, we all gotta start somewhere, right? We all gotta, I think a lot of creators listen to their old ugh, I do it with my scripts. So we all gotta start somewhere. We get better as we learn. But if I'm hearing an audio and the audio quality sounds like you're getting like, somebody put you in a tin can and to ship you up, I can't get into it. You with me personally, I don't like complete silence. Like some silence is too loud, you know what I mean?
Right.
So if somebody like has like I'm sorry for having my fan on in the background or my whatever on in the background, it's sort of like white noise for me. I don't mind it. I actually like it. But the voice audio quality is something that does take me out of it because I have headphones that are like surround sound. So it kind of hurts my ears a bit. I don't know how to explain that. Yeah, it does to definitely be audio quality. Something else that takes me out of the audio.
I get that. Like it will take me out of the like immersion if I'm hearing a goddamn Turtle Beach Xbox headphone quality. Like
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And one thing is, I think this is just a personal preference for me. I love like the wet sound effects and plappage. If we get to like the fucking and there's none of that, I'm turning it.
Yeah, that's weird. If you're gonna have all those crazy ass plaps and wet noises in the foreplay, why are we not getting it even louder when they're fucking? What's up with that?
Yeah. Also, another thing I'm going to roll here. Another thing is where, I mean, obviously VAs, they're mic moaners, right? So if I'm hearing a story where you're supposed to be essentially fucking someone, where are the moans? That's what I
Oh.
came here for.
Oh yeah.
Like certain audios are just like I've experienced this one audio where it was just like heavy breathing and talking. There were no moans.
Right. Why are you monologuing while putting that bitch into the mattress? That's not how it
Right.
works.
Like, and I think this is just like me. Like if you are fucking, obviously it's gonna be, you're gonna have to take some breaths. There's gonna be shudders. You're not gonna be able to finish a certain word. So I'm gonna need that hyperventilate. I'm gonna need that little stutter. All of that. I want all of it. You know what I'm saying? So, and don't get me wrong. I know that, like, doing the process, I've heard, from from my fellow creators at RVAs that sometimes you get lightheaded because you're essentially hyperventilating is what you're doing. Um, Especially when you have to do certain lines. And I heard that it's even like trying to do like werewolf shit. Um, so don't get me wrong. I know that, if you have to do that for your safety, then please, by all means, continue doing it. But I'm here for the moans. I'm going to need those. You're going to have to give them up
Yeah.
one way or another.
Yeah. Like women right now are already complaining about the lack of moaning from their own male partners.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what makes you think we want silence in our fantasy too? Girl, get it together. If you're trying to pander to women, pander right.
That part. Yep. That's exactly what I mean. Like, and I also wants to like change this, well, not change it, because I think everybody, how do I say, first of all, we need more needy doms. Okay, let me tell you something. We need more needy doms and yearning. Okay, when I say needy dom, I mean, like, I think that being needy or moaning or whatever takes away from the dom experience, and that's not what that is. um I think that you need to do more of that, right? Like, it doesn't take away from the dynamic or the story or whatever. Just act like if you're supposed to be acting, I'm assuming that
Act like
you're
you're
supposed to be
lost in the sauce. Act like you're drunk in lust. Like
exactly
act like you will die if you can't have me right now. Like, you will starve
right.
to death if you can't have me. What's going on with that?
Exactly.
No, yearning. Bring
yearning. Yearning.
Speaking of mic moaners, would you like to be a mic moaner? Is that in the cards for you?
Mi bomba clad. That's Sunny's. That's another Sunny question, isn't it?
Yeah, but you also get that question a lot from me too. I'm still wondering when you do that. You got a nice voice, girl.
Oh well, I you know what? I almost did it. I almost did it once. But usually what's stopping me, and I'm be sober with you, if you don't know, I am a single mother. So I do have a little one in a very small space with a lot of fucking neighbors. And I honestly don't give a fuck what the neighbors think. It's just that their dogs be barking. The man outside gotta fucking fix the pipe. There's construction going on. I live in New York City. We got the city that never sleeps should tell you exactly why I'm not a mic moaner.
Oh, that shit loud as hell. Yeah.
Right. So, even with me just trying to record my safe for work cameo parts or whatever, fucking construction will start. And I live where, by a school. So at a certain time, the kids come out, they do recess, you'll hear kids in the background. It's just, honestly, I don't have the right setup for it at all. But if I was gonna do it, I wouldn't promote it. I'd just put it out. So I almost did it though. No, I didn't want to do it by myself, but I almost did it with the creator by the name of Negative Industries. If you guys don't know, he is a mom on the trade team, but he's also my bodyguard. So yeah, if I was gonna do it with anybody, it would be with him.
Oh, that would have ate down. Boots. Boots.
Yeah.
All right, and we will get to the last question, which is any new collabs or other projects you would like to promote at this time?
Ooh, y'all nosy.
Yes. And that's not a Sunny question, that's a me question.
Oh well, how much time you got? Because like I said, I'm all booked up for 2026. For right now, if you don't know, I got the 25 Days of Christmas collab that I'm doing now. We are on day 8. Tomorrow will be day 9. So every day, up until Christmas, we'll be releasing at least one audio. On the 25th, we have a Christmas special audio. So yeah, that one is gonna be finished by Christmas. And then after that, I'm gonna be taking a little break in between. I do have a pet workshop collab. Where it's adopt a pet workshop. That's for all the the pet play. So
I saw you were doing a casting call for that. I'm excited for that one. That looks promising.
Yeah. So that one is also going on right now. That one will be released January 8th. And my next one for that will be round 2 of the Treya anniversary celebration for the 2nd year.
Best believe I'm gonna be there for that. The hell?
Yeah, absolutely. This time around, we're not doing it at a mansion party. We're going on vacation, baddies.
Oh my god, a trip?
Yeah, we're going on a vacation, a beach hotel and spa resort.
Oh, yeah.
So there's gonna be all different kind of amenities you can do. You can like go on the cruise, you go to the gym, you can, sauna spa, all that shit. Yep. And I kind of merged 2 ideas into one with this one. So the actual resort is kind of like on its own island, and then not too far away there's going to be another island with a castle. So we're going to have like, the dungeon and the gardens and all that kind of stuff over there on the castle island. So kind of merging 2 ideas into one.
That's amazing. Anything else? Got anything else? What you got in that little hat of tricks, ma'am? Unless it's super top secret and you're not ready to talk about it yet, but
right. So I also have a collab that I'm gonna be doing. I don't know when I'm gonna do a casting call for it and all that, but it is called the Syndicate. Ooh. It's COD inspired. If you don't know what COD is, it's Call of Duty. So it's gonna be Call of Duty inspired. So there will be like, I think about 4 or 5 main characters. There's gonna be like a full mission audio where the listener will be like a recruitment into the group. They go on a mission to find a target and all that shit. They go back to the base, and then it's a CYOA. It's a choose your own adventure. Which member you want to end the night with, sort of.
I need this now. I need this yesterday. Are you kidding me? Like all of them at the same damn time. Mm-hmm. All of them at the same damn time. I don't want to choose.
Then I have another one, which is, I call it the Academy. The Academy is a place that houses a bunch of different type of super mutants.
Ooh, X-Men?
Basically, yeah.
Girl, I love you so much.
They will have superpowers like super strength, telekinesis, shape-shifting, invisibility, mind control, super speed, pyrokinesis, element control, all that kind of stuff. There will be four of the top mutants that will be played by certain VAs. They call the court. They will basically make decisions on everything in the school, sort of like the administration. And each VA will be playing a professor at the academy that will basically teach the listener whichever superpower that they specialize in.
That's
So
so X-Men
yeah.
coded. I hope there's one that's like characterized as Wolverine. I would die happy. Die happy. Or
Yep.
the Beast. I would die happy.
Yeah, Patty, I have so much. Like my collab folder is just, it's fucking slam filled with shit. I have an idea and I gotta write it down. I don't even know when I'm gonna put it out. No, I gotta write it down in case.
So is that all the projects that are in the works right now?
No.
Well, that's all the time we have for that question.
Yeah.
Girl, I know you.
We will be here all day.
Literally. Alrighty. Welcome back to the Red Room. This is Spill the Tea, where we talk about controversial topics in the book community. This topic is it accurate or abusive? Addressing the microaggressive subtext in fantasy literature. Our main culprit, Sarah J. Maas.
At the scene of the crime.
Always.
Always at the scene of the crime.
Sarah J. Maas is the author of A Court of Thorns and Roses, the book series, and Throne of Glass, the book series. I came across a 7-part TikTok essay from a guy named... His TikTok username is Razorblade Cactus. I came across his 7-part TikTok essay about the racist subtext in Sarah J. Maas's books. Sarah J. Maas's books rely so heavily on racial caricatures, on offensive stereotypes, and on historical revisionism, and on outright imperialism. That was in the intro. Another quote from part 1. 1 stereotype is an accident, 2 is ignorance, and 3 is intentional. There are 5 main points. Okay, she did not do this by accident. It was intentional, deeply ingrained into her writing and into her mindset on how she feels about these races of people that she writes into her books. The main points are imperialist and colonizer propaganda, harmful stereotypes against men of color, women of color portrayed in supportive roles and how she treats those women of color in that supportive role, Asian characters and how they're being characterized, and anti-Irish and Scottish imagery.
Which is crazy.
And that's the main one. The main one is how prejudiced she is against Irish and Scottish people.
I truthfully haven't seen anti-Irish things like that for hundreds of years.
Yeah.
I mean, the last time I've seen somebody treat Irish people like that was when they were emigrating from Ireland to America.
Yeah.
And then they just are considered white.
I was just going to ask for some, I don't even know if it's appropriate for me to ask for some examples because I don't want to offend nobody, but god damn.
Oh, I have it in my notes. Let me go to that section. So the anti-Irish imagery. So in the book of Court of Thorns and Roses, there's this country called Prythian. It's basically modeled after the United Kingdom. There are different courts. So, the Night Court is Scotland. Highburn is Ireland. Mind you, Hibernia is the Latin name for Ireland. She lays it on thick, hella thick. So, the reason why in Agotar there was war against Highburn is because Highburn attacked the other courts. Highburn in this series is the evil kingdom. Mind you, it's modeled after Ireland. A lot of Scottish and Welsh names are used for monsters and creatures, like the Morrigan.
I don't like this. Oh god.
Also, doesn't she describe them as like drunks?
Yeah, like Highburn people are described as incredibly violent drunks, hypersexualized, somewhat incestuous, and just all around terrible people. There is Tamlin, the guy in the first book, the guy that everybody fucking hates. He is actually inspired by a Scottish fairy tale the Scottish fairy tale Tamlin, which is a story about a hero Tamlin is not a hero in this story. He is a chauvinistic pig that just wants to trap Feyre. That's crazy. They also bastardized the hell out of the Morrigan, making them in the books, making them seem untrustworthy. They also perpetuate the untrustworthy lesbian trope using the Morrigan. The main villain in her debut book is named Erwan, a Welsh god of the dead. In Throne of Glass, the main villain is named after the beloved Queen of Ireland, Maeve. And that's the main anti-Irish and Scottish imagery that I've written down when I was looking this stuff up. I have seen on the internet people address this problem specifically because of how Prithian was, because of the world building. Guys, what's going on? Like, it's so, and people are trying to say like, it's not that deep, it's just fantasy. She's writing imperialistic propaganda into her books. Actually, she used a direct quote from Manifest Destiny.
It sounds like she's using the fact that it's fiction to make it okay. Like, she's using that as like a cover up. Like, oh, it's just fiction, don't worry about it. But there's some underlying shit if you like dig deeper. And so for the people who are just like, oh, it's just fiction, don't read too much into it. It's like, no. This is how this shit starts.
Yeah.
No.
Aelin outright says, Aelin is the main character of Throne of Glass. She outright says that she can't wait until she's queen because she wants to bring culture and civilization to the rest of the world. That's from Manifest Destiny. She also, I'm going to move on to the stereotypes of men in color. So we're going to talk about the swarthy lover trope from the bodice ripper genre. And we're going to talk about the dragon lady trope as well. But we end the black bull trope. First, we're going to start with the black bull trope. And I got a definition right here. The black bull is an Elizabethan racial stereotype. It's a trope of a hypersexualized black male who steals away a white woman simply by virtue of being more well endowed, more muscular, and overall more desirable. This is very popular in cuck fantasies.
Oh my god.
2 examples in this woman's book: King Tarquin of the Summer Court in Akotar and King Helion of the Day Court in Akotar. Both black men. In the books, Feyre was told by the people in the court that he can easily be swayed if you seduce him. Basically perpetuating that these men, all these men care about is fucking and pillaging. Basically reducing these men to animals.
Oh my geez, fucking hell.
And then there's Helion, who basically perpetuates the slightly queer side of that black bull stereotype. He's a bisexual male caricature, extremely over-sexualized. Like, at some point, he almost sexually assaults Feyre in the book. He also perpetuates the absentee father stereotype in the black community by cucking the other lords, by fucking their wives and siring sons from those same women, and just not being a father. He's got bastards everywhere.
How is this person allowed to keep writing? Like, how is this?
People are not reading into it like we are. Like,
yeah, see, that's one of their privileges, I will say.
Yeah.
It's either they know it and they don't care, or it doesn't affect them, so they don't care. Like, unfortunately, that's their reality. I'm literally over here speechless. I'm trying to find words, but I don't have any. I'm fucking speechless.
I was shocked. I already knew about the anti-Irish and Scottish imagery and like the black and Asian stereotyping, but for this to like, I didn't even know about like swarthy lover. That's
all of them in one go though.
Yeah.
Like just a whole checklist of we just got a checklist and we checking them off all in one go. That's
3
crazy.
Of her series got that shit. 3, but we'll get into.
Okay, now.
All right, and now we're gonna go to the swarthy lover trope from the bodice ripper genre. of romance. Basically, back when Jane Austen was the shit. You know what I mean? The swarthy lover trope usually refers to brown skinned men, like tan bronze skinned men, Mediterranean African or like men of Mediterranean African or Middle Eastern descent. So like a light skinned man, a Middle Eastern man, or like a Greek man. And the main goal is to exoticize the skin color while stripping away their personhood, because bodice rippers back then and the swarthy lover trope was considered a taboo trope back then. So the excitement of having an exotic lover, that's also what it was called, was taboo, because being as a white woman, being with a man of your that's not of your race was a disownable offense in their families. So this was like some form of escapism for them, reading about an exotic lover in these books. And the main the victims of this trope are the Bat Boys of Akotar: Cassian, Azriel, and Rhysand. Those three are characterized as swarthy lovers. The author does not outright mention what race he is. She only describes their skin as like tan or bronze. These three boys come from the Night Court, which is modeled after Scotland. Sorry. And basically the people of the Night Court are brutes that only use their women for breeding, and they're just violent war soldiers and all that stuff, warlords and shit. And these three boys, Cassian, Azriel, and Rhysand, are quote unquote the good ones. That's another stereotype.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
Me. That's nah. Nope.
Mhm.
That ain't it.
They basically got othered by they basically kind of just like denounce themselves as like people of because they separate themselves, calling themselves the Night Court, and the people like in that mountain, the Nightmare Court. So there's also internalized racism too. Like he doesn't like his people. He thinks he's better than them. Blah blah blah. Him and his crew are the only good ones from this court. It's nuts. It's nuts the way and I'm telling you right now, I've read all those books. It is exactly how this guy described it. Exactly. That's why I couldn't physically read it. I read the first book and it pissed me off. And then after that, I just decided to listen to them as audiobooks. Because there's no way I'm going to look at these fuck-ass words and be okay with it. I'm still curious.
Didn't even want to look
the
at the words.
I didn't even want to look at the fuck-ass words. I hated Tamlin from the jump. Mainly because he was blonde. Okay?
For real.
I'm not going to lie. One of the good ones is throwing me off a cliff right now. Like, I cannot...
It gets worse, girl.
Fathom. Oh, no.
It gets worse, girl. We're going to talk about POC women in supportive roles. So, we have this princess, Nehemia, from the Throne of Glass. She was one of Aelin's closest friends in the book. But something happened. Princess Nehemia gets violently assassinated, and that motivates Aelin to fight fight for the cause, because Princess Nehemia, when she was alive, was constantly about, you gotta fight for us. We gotta fight for our freedom, blah, blah, blah. And Aelin was like, I don't know. And it took Princess Nehemia getting fucking murdered brutally for Aelin to do something. This is called Woman in the Fridge, okay? A trope where a woman is written out or killed in a story explicitly for the character development or motivation of another character. Shelley Webster from The Crow, Bonnie Benet from The Vampire Diaries.
Yeah, I feel like that trope is also used for like a fucking origin story. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like that, like to pinpoint when they started their fucking origin story. Like you said, the character development to push the plot further along, just to have a reason instead of nah. Oh no.
That was one thing. And then next, there's Asian coded characters in her series. There's Amryn from Akotar, and then there's the Viper Queen from Crescent City. The way Amryn was characterized, she was characterized as to be as this eldritch, otherworldly being that didn't really belong in this world. Like, she belonged in a different world. But the way Sarah J. Maas described it, comparing eldritch otherworldliness to the loneliness of being different from everyone else because of your race is racist. She mainly just described how Amryn just didn't look the part, and she felt she looked different from everybody else. Only visual stuff. It wasn't like what Amryn can do as a deity, as an otherworldly being. It's just how she looks compared to everybody else. You get what I mean?
Yeah. Yep.
And then the Dragon Lady trope. Everybody knows about the Dragon Lady trope. We have the Viper Queen from Crescent City. She is the most blatant caricature of that trope, because in the books, she's described to have snake-like eyes. Sarah J. Maas describes this woman's almond-shaped eyes as snake-like. Granted, she is a snake shifter, but that's a racist stereotype, a macroaggression, if you will. She also she's a drug kingpin, and she runs fighting pits. And that's also that's also part of the Dragon Lady stereotype. Will rule with an iron fist, working with illicit stuff, like running a illegal business. Like Orin Ishii from Kill Bill. She is a Dragon Lady stereotype. If anybody knows who that is, Orin Ishii, Lucy Liu, she.
Oh.
Remember?
Yeah.
That iconic scene. Yeah. Orin Ishii is the Dragon Lady stereotype, and the Viper Queen is basically a blatant caricature of that, because she is a drug kingpin, runs fighting pits, and she is a snake shifter. And her character is Southeast Asian. She is modeled after a Southeast Asian woman.
I'm not even surprised by that, actually. I hate that I'm not surprised by it, but I'm not.
Those are the main points that we've gotten through all of them already. It's just, in my opinion, I feel like the lack of proper education is why people don't read into subtext anymore. Literacy in this sense, like, reading subtext is slowly becoming obsolete. No one's looking into, like, because in schools, they're taking away the crucial programs that deal with this stuff.
Oh yeah, defunding it. Yep.
They're defunding it, and now the kids don't see it. Only the people my age or older than me that are woke are catching on. But every time we bring it up, we're looked at as crazy. Girl, I don't know how she is still able to get, like, TV movie deals. I know she has one. I don't know if it's for Throne of Glass or Akotar or Crescent City, but I know
people there's either two reasons I can think of. People see it and they understand it and they don't give a fuck because it doesn't affect them, or they're just really ignorant. Either one. I mean, both of them are unfucking acceptable, because somebody should be able to tell you something. You got all these people around you. No, hey, this doesn't.
Editors are also racist too. That's right.
Yep, that is. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, you don't have like a PR team or somebody to tell you, hey, this shit right here ain't it. Like, but once again, they probably don't care either, as long as they can pay.
Yeah, true. And honestly, the only reason why people are bringing this up right now is because she's attacking Irish and Scottish people. Like, that's one of the only things they care about right now. That people are catching on to the anti-Irish and Scottish subtext in her books.
I'm not surprised by that either, because people don't act until it affects them. I'm not surprised by that either.
And the guy, Razorblade Cactus, he basically addressed each subtext in all of her work. He's a white man. That's crazy. That's
Bruh
a
man came with
white man
receipts.
basically called you out for your blatant racism, and people still think he's reaching. What?
Betty. They will do anything to not see the shit that is right in front of their goddamn face.
It's irritating.
Even if you
It's
have a
frustrating.
motherfucker break you down and give you a whole dissertation on each thing and how it correlates to the next thing, people will still be like, nope, I don't see it. Like, they will hit you with the I'm legally blind. Will not, like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, but like shout out to Razorblade Cactus for that 7-part TikTok essay. I really only knew about how Rysand was characterized and the anti-Irish imperialism stuff. I didn't know about the Black Bull. I didn't know about the Dragon Lady either because I didn't know about the Dragon Lady stuff either because I did not know that the Viper Queen was Asian at all. I just like
When you said we all know about the Dragon Lady, I was like, what's the Dragon Lady? There's certain things that I didn't. Yeah, there's certain things that I didn't like grow up knowing, mostly because I dropped out of school real early, so that's on me. But a lot of the things I also like didn't get to like get into or I don't know. So when the Dragon Lady look it up and I was like, oh shit. I've like immediately I was like, oh, that's not it. That's oh Jesus.
Yeah, I knew about the Dragon Lady since I was a kid. Like early 2000s, people were making Dragon Lady memes on Reddit. So I knew about that.
I watch a lot of movies, and one big Asian stereotype is always like the Asian girl with the one streak of blue hair.
Oh yeah.
They use that thing to death.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I never really understood, like, don't get me wrong, as a writer, you know, you want to be as descriptive as possible, right? Especially when you are writing characters, like you want them to have depth, you want, you know, all that. But I never really understood adding race to a character for me personally, because I'm so used to like, well, because you know, with reading books is, you know, it's your man, you get to like, they'll put descriptives wherever so you can like build the character yourself in your mind.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the way that I've always been. Like I'll let people like whatever image comes to mind for you, that's what it is for you. For somebody else, it may be different. So when you do books like this where you have characters, I never really understood putting race in it either way, because you can describe everything else but that. You know what I mean? Like it's not important is what I'm saying.
Like,
you know, just to
in this book, that time I got drunk to save a demon, the only defining racial like detail I got from this book was her hair, and that was it. Like they didn't go wax poetic about her skin or anything. They didn't even really like say they didn't really like say anything disparaging about her body. She's just a cute girl with pink hair, pink curly hair, coarse hair.
Right. That's it. Whatever body your brain come up with, that's what she got. You know what I mean? I like to give readers that leeway. Like whatever image pop up in it for you, that's what it's gonna be. For the other person, that's what it's gonna be. I'm not gonna tell you what image should pop up in your head. That's the good thing about books. When you read them and they don't have pictures and all that shit, you are able to fill in the blanks, use your own imagination to what you want this world to look like for you. And I think a lot of people, people like this Sarah J. Maas person, they're doing too damn much. They're doing too much, if you will, honestly. And I'm gonna just say this right now. I don't like their last name. It's too close to Massa. I don't like it.
Clock it.
Hello, clock it. So yeah, you're doing too much. Like you can do descriptive work without, and if you don't do the race thing, that will eliminate anybody from ever claiming that you did something racial. Like, oh, this character is modeled after X, Y, and Z. You could be like, well, how? I never mentioned the race. I never mentioned their body type. I never mentioned, you know what I'm saying? So if that's the kind of race that popped up for you, that's on you, baddie.
Right.
But I think it's just a general like consensus. If I was to ever write a book, I would not describe my main character or any of the characters. That it's not necessary.
Yeah. I want to go inside Sarah's head and see exactly how she came up with how what was the writing process? What was the research
Mm-hmm.
process? Because
Yep.
how could you sit there and write all that and think, this is fine? What?
But you know what else I think it is as well? Because if a person was to write this kind of shit and they getting paid for it, they're gonna continue to do it. But they doing it because they can make money off it. They can get paid. They can get, because it's not stopping them from getting paid, right? So if they be like, oh, there's no market for this kind of shit because people don't want to read this shit. People are reading it. People are putting money into it. You know what I mean? So I think that is the reason why this person is able to continue getting away with it, because as many times as she's being called out or people are pointing it out, no one's actually doing anything about it. She still got her TV deal. She's still getting paid. She still got her publishing company. She's still, you know what I mean? If you take away the reason for the person to do it, they're not going to do it anymore.
Yeah.
So the fact that things like this keep getting picked up, and she's, money keeps getting funded into it, it's going to continue to happen.
That is so irritating. Oh my God. I could go all night, but we are way over time, so we will have to cut it short here. That was our episode. We really got into it during the interview. I had so much fun with that interview. I had so many questions to ask you. I swear to God, that was so fun. And the spill the tea portion, really wanted to talk about it on the podcast after coming across that TikTok series, because I have never seen anyone address all of that in her books so cohesively. I just needed y'all to know that exists. Okay, it's insanely informative, detailed, and he doesn't really he doesn't yell or anything. He's very critical of the things he's discovered and acknowledges how deeply harmful the language is. And I appreciate that. So that is the Red Room. Thank you so much, Goddess, for coming on and talking with us tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me. I had a blast. We're going to have to do this again.
Oh, yeah. Also, do you want to promote your 25 Days of Christmas collab real quick?
Yeah. Like I said before, we are on day 8. Day 1 through 7 is already out now on Reddit. We're doing each day at least one audio all the way up until Christmas. On Christmas Day, we're going to be having a Christmas special audio that will culminate in the entire collab. It's been a blast, and so thankful that so many people joined me on it. And you'll see me soon with the next one. But for now, each day up until Christmas, at least one audio. So make sure you check back in on the link. The post is on my second account on Reddit. So just check back into that post every day. I try to do it, upload each audio around 9-10 o'clock EST each day. So just pop by and show your love for all the creators involved. And thank you for letting me on. I had a blast.
Awesome. I'm so happy. All right. Thank you guys so much for coming. This is your host, Mirage.
And I'm Scarlet.
And we'll see you guys next time.